Hi, I am Milkias Debeba here once again to awaken the genius within you. Warm welcome to this channel. If you are new, please hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so that you will be the first to know when I upload anything new. In my today's topic, I will cover what we should do to not allow greed in our life and instead live a life of abundance. In this beautiful world we live in, there are people who think they have enough things they need for a happy life, and there are people who think they don't have enough. We don't have a lot to say about those who think they have enough because they are the happiest people in the world, and there is nothing more than happiness that we can talk about. But as our ultimate goal is to have a happy and fulfilled life for people, we want to say something about the one important thing that steals our happiness. Some people think that the universe does not have enough of the things they need or require for a happy life. Therefore, instead of manifesting abundance from the universe, they seem to choose to go for the shortcuts. Some people think they don't have what they want because somebody already has it. Therefore, we see people, going after people with greed. Stephen Covey, in his best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he mentioned that scarcity mentality refers to people seeing life as a finite pie, so that if one person takes a big piece, they think that leaves less for everyone else. Scarcity mentality is not something we do on purpose. It's the background noise our brain makes when we cannot get what we want. But of course, it will cost us huge. Focusing on something we don't have can take a toll on our mental health. We can get tunnel vision, which means defective sight, when all we think about is the unmade need, the things that we do not have. Scarcity mentality also has other impacts on our brain and can even cause it to work differently. So when we try to look at the impact of scarcity mentality on our brain, one of the things is that it lowers our IQ. Studies showed that having a scarcity mentality can lower our IQ by as many as 14 points. Of course, 14 might not seem like much, but it's enough to move our score from average to outstanding and vice versa too. Let's say if we have an average IQ, losing 13 or 14 points can make it fall into the deficient category, right? So the second one is that it limits our brain function. It affects our ability to solve problems, hold information, and reason logically. It also affects our brain's decision-making process, the process itself. Generally speaking, it limits our ability to plan, focus, and start a project or a task. And one thing we have to know is our brain is too busy thinking about something we don't have, right? So scarcity mentality is not a personality trait. It's brought on by things around us. And the opposite of scarcity is abundance. Abundance mentality means there is plenty for everyone. We can do some things to shift from a scarcity mentality to one of abundance. But before we jump to that, it's important to say something about abundance. Abundance means plenty, right? Or a very large quantity of something that we wish to have in our life. It's everywhere in the universe, and it can also appear in our personal life if, of course, we let it. It appears as multitude of things we wish to have and see in our life. The universe seems to be consistently creating new things, as we have noticed. We're part of this plenty. We are. If we lack abundance in life, it's just because of some negative thoughts and attitudes blocking it. We often associate the term abundance with money and wealth. However, though, abundance manifests in many other ways also. Not only as plenty of money and plenty of possessions, it manifests as plenty of love. There are people who think that they cannot be loved or they cannot love anymore. But there is plenty of love in the universe. We just have to manifest it. How many of us do most of the time think that we cannot have any more friends or we do not have any more friends? But the real thing is that there is plenty abundance of friendships. There are a great number of opportunities. There is plenty of fun. It's possible to possess plenty of energy. We can create for ourselves abundance of time to do what we want. There could even be abundance of having plenty of spirituality in our life. There is abundance of everything on this planet. We might not have access to it now just because we are causing ourselves to feel isolated from it and prevent it from manifesting in our life. So awareness is key when it comes to making a change to our existing situation. Making ourselves conscious of abundance is the first step in manifesting it into our life. When we say abundance consciousness, we mean becoming aware of existence of plenty of everything, of feeling it in our life, and of connecting with it. Even if it doesn't seem to be part of our life at this very moment, in reality, this is the state of consciousness that feels and believes that we are a part of the abundance of the universe. This kind of consciousness awareness also opens our mind to see the great wells and the wells of everything around us, and to recognize the opportunities. This kind of consciousness breaks through the limiting beliefs of our mind and opens our mind to wider opportunities and to a wider point of view. If we feel that we're not part of the abundance of the universe, it's just because we don't let ourselves think in unlimited ways. We limit our thoughts to the things that exist in our life right now. What we have now or what we are now is not the indication of what the universe has to offer to us, but just who we are based on our past experience. We need to expand our vision and horizons to greater opportunities. There is plenty of everything in the universe, and everyone is part of it, no matter where we are, no matter where he or she lives, and irrespective of one's situation and circumstances also, be it poor, sick, uneducated, or anything else. So to participate in this wealth and richness, we need to open our mind to feel it and expect it. One of the ways to open our mind to prosperity, richness, and plenty, and to attract them into our life is through the power of visualization. What we repeatedly imagine in our mind, we ultimately achieve, as we always have said it before. Another way that can help us manifest abundance in our life is through the repetitions of affirmations. These positive statements can open the gate to prosperity. That's what we want always, right? Yes, we do. We can use both visualization and affirmations to attract new opportunities and the things we want into our life. Visualization and affirmation, of course, used correctly and earnestly, can bring us luxuriousness, wealth, and prosperity in any area of life that we choose. And now we can mention some tips to shift from a scarcity mentality to one of abundance. The number one thing that we can mention is that we have to focus on what we have. Scarcity often scares people from making career changes because they just think there aren't enough opportunities. We have to think about the positives we have and let them move us forward. Just focus on what we have. The second thing what we can do is surround ourselves with positive people. The people around us will influence us, as we always have been saying this also, right? So spending time with positive-minded people will soon have us thinking the same way. Number 3 is practice gratitude. Gratitude has been shown to improve mental health and well-being in so many studies that have been done. Create a gratitude journal and write down 5 things, at least 5 things we are grateful for that specific day, and then that will change our mentality. And number 4, recognize the possibilities. Focusing on one thing can train our brain to let other things go unnoticed. We write our mind to look for possibilities and solutions instead of letting the problem get us down. In so many ways, recognizing the possibilities, just focus on the possibilities. I hope we can see and believe the abundance of the universe so that we can fight the scarcity mentality for a fulfilled and abundant life. Great, this is what I had for you today, guys, and I will conclude my video with a quote from Alan Cohen, who is the author of 28 popular inspirational books. He said, "The cause of poverty is not scarcity, it is fear and small thinking." I wish you all abundance and thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Peace to all until I see you in my next video.